Welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heath. Now, I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly eats steak. Together we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. Now this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a little snacks, show you how we do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the HungryHorde. We hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's video, something of a viewer request. We've had a couple of y'all reach out to us and tell us that we need to start doing videos, some standalone videos that we've previously done on our Friday Night Feast. They said they'd love going back and looking for the video or, the recipe, but they don't want to sit through our 5-hour-long lives in order to search it down.
I don't blame them.
So that's what we're doing today. Well, y'all may have seen it before when we made the empanadas, so that's what we're doing now.
Yes.
And the filling for these are going to be some of that pulled pork we made in the smoker the other day. We should have already released that video, didn't we?
Yeah. By the time they see this, yeah.
So we just got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just kind of muddled with all that right now.
So yes, it's the smoked pork butt, and then I diced up yellow onion, jalapeno, and then red and yellow bell pepper, all diced, sauteed actually in the pork fat.
Nice.
Added that to the pulled pork and a little bit of cheddar cheese just to kind of glue it all together. Now the important thing with the empanadas is you don't want the filling to be like hot. You want it kind of closer to room temperature just so that the dough doesn't start falling apart on you. So for today's dough, y'all, it's honestly our favorite dough. So this is your basic fathead dough, but instead of almond flour, we do use some coconut flour, and the coconut flour just helps prevent it from getting too greasy. So we'll get started on that. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I know you're going to love it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. That really helps our channel, so we're really trying to get up our subscribers. And then make sure you leave us a comment. Tell us what is your favorite empanada, because we've actually been to a restaurant in Houston that had like 50 different empanadas?
They're predominantly an empanada shop.
Yes.
So you can just order whichever ones you want.
Yeah,
basically.
You order per empanada, right? It's like, I think it was like $2 an empanada, something like that. But they have everything from savory to sweet empanadas. Of course, this is pre-keto. But I thought it was really cool. Like, some of the stuff that they came up with was just incredible, the filling. Yeah. And so you would truly use anything you want.
Possibilities are endless.
That's right. And even sweet ones.
Yes.
Dessert
empanadas.
Exactly. And then you can use the Swerve confectioner sugar. The Swerve brand, which means it's not real sugar. And dust that over the top. But today's recipe, it's going to be simple. So first we're going to have to make the dough. And again, it's just your classic fathead dough. We've already got our filling, and then we're going to cook them in the air fryer. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is put 1.5 cups of mozzarella, 2 ounces of cream cheese in this microwave safe bowl, and we'll do it in 30-second increments and just keep stirring that, yes. Until it's fully melted and pliable. Alright, we've heated up just the mozzarella and the cream cheese. We did add a little bit of taco seasoning because we were like, you know what? That'll amp up the flavor even more. So now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of the coconut flour. And kind of get that mixed in. Now, one thing with the empanadas, because we're going to be cutting out and kind of reusing, we'll probably be reheating the dough probably at least once.
Right on.
And so now I'm going to add our 1 egg. There we go. Oh, okay. I thought you wanted it on my piece of paper.
I just saw that laying there, so I figured why not use it.
And then this is the part where you just have to like continually fold it in several times, and then it should start to give it that nice yellow orangey hue to it and kind of have a glossy look. And then what you're going to want to have handy for the empanadas is I'm just going to use 2 pieces of parchment paper, so you can do that. Or, you know, if you have like the silicone pads or anything, you know, to basically roll out the dough, and then we're going to cut the dough. And in fact, you want to show them our little, like, thank you. Teresa got us this empanada kit, which is amazing.
It is, y'all. We use it all the time now, it seems like. I can leave the notes for it down below, but it's a, it says it's a dumpling maker kit. It says save time, professional, easy to use. And it's Mumsung, M-U-M-S-U-N-G, and Mumsung Home. And it says for Chinese dumplings, pierogies, Jamaican beef patties, and empanadas. And I think it has like, what, 4 different ones?
Yes,
Sizes?
4 different sizes, because usually dumplings are smaller. And isn't that what I think is neat, is I find that every culture has found some kind of way of taking a dough, putting filling in it, and wrapping it in some form or fashion, right?
Yes. And it says on the box there, faster making process, easy to use, nice tight seal, food grade material, dishwasher safe.
Oh.
Made
Now,
in China.
Is this the biggest one?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe.
I just wanted to make sure.
Double check.
And there should be a ring as well.
Okay, here's the ring she was talking about. And here's the mini. Well, I'm going to have them see.
Okay, well, I was going to start rolling.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just showing there's 3 different sizes.
Yeah.
So this is the largest one, and that's the smallest, and obviously the medium. I thought it was 4, but there's only 3 of them in here.
Yeah, that's a good size.
Yeah, I know, but I was incorrect. So there's 2 more rings.
Nice.
I just thought this was a really cool kit.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put the bowl away, and then here we have.
And I'm going to slide this stuff over here out of the way.
Yeah. So we're just going to start rolling this out. And he's going to perform some
Acrobatics. I'm going to juggle because I'm obviously a clown.
Oh, we know that. And just kind of like what I do as I'm rolling, don't put too much pressure, but every few rolls, you know, 4 or 5 rolls, turn it a quarter of the way, and that'll help you get a nice round dough. And you want it to be pretty thin, the dough, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And we're just going to keep rolling it, and then you see the big, what is that? I guess this thing.
A ring.
The big ring, right?
Because y'all see, look, how it's just a little bit bigger than the device.
Yeah. And that's so that you have
The perfect size.
the perfect size, and then when you fold it over.
And if you saw a minute ago, there was 2 other ones inside the box. There's a ring for each size.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty handy.
Yeah, because you want the ring to be pretty,
Uniform.
well, bigger than the actual dumpling. Because if you
Yes.
see that, so that gives it room to fold over. So now what I'm going to do, take this paper. So here's the round, and then we're just going to go through here, and I try to get it close, and then there we go. Let me lift it up.
Ooh, it's sticking.
There we go. And it might stick a little. That's fine. So there it is. You see the thickness.
You could almost fry that up and be, what is that one, like a naan, it looks like. It'd be like
Right?
naan bread.
Right. And then I'll let Heath do the filling. So you're going to do about a tablespoon of filling.
This is starting to get a little sticky.
Uh-huh.
That's a Heath tablespoon.
Oh, gosh.
That's too much?
Probably, yes.
That's not enough. I'm going to do half like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing it twice, just to make sure we get it correct.
There.
Fill it like so.
Uh-huh.
And show them what's next.
And then you just take this handy dandy thing and slowly push it over. And then you're going to do like that.
I love this tool because in the past we tried doing these homemade, and we do like the old school style you do for your pies, where you take the fork and crimp it around it.
Yes.
It didn't work as well, remember?
No, and
this works way better.
Seals it, and then look at how good that is. That's why you don't want the mixture to be too hot, or else it'll start kind of heating up the dough again, which will make it kind of fall apart on you.
And you saw where she trimmed all the extra off. We're going to save that here in a minute and put all of it together and mix it back together.
Yes.
And try and make one more out of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to use all of this dough we just made.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, duh. Stay with the program, sir.
Oh, no.
See, that right there should be perfect.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to try and do it. Let's see, I'm going to flip it around so they can see me mess it up.
And the good thing about this dough...
Yes. It just fell off. Look how easy that comes off.
Right?
It is kind of tacky, a little sticky. But see, look, now I take a little bit of this and fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of mend it.
Yeah. I
think I may have went a little too fast on that when I put it together. Because y'all noticed when Shelly did it, she didn't have all these problems. Either that or I overfilled it.
Or a little
See, it's
both.
a little ugly. It's ugly.
Here. I'll fix that. You want to do the next one?
Sure. Let me mess this one up.
Don't mess it up.
Oh, y'all remember
what
though.
I kind of do is I kind of push it in here a little bit and just make sure it's nice and even here.
That ugly food is real food. Just remember that.
That's right.
That makes it makes my little mistakes more acceptable.
That's right. What I did is I made all of the excess that was from that. I put it back in the bowl and just heated it for 30 more seconds to get it more pliable again, because the dough cools quickly. And then for our little dumpling maker kit, so again, thank you so much, Teresa, for sending this to us.
Awesome.
We love it. So it comes with 3 different sizes, so you can make a mini, a regular, and then this is considered the large, y'all. Doesn't seem large to me, but each of these
like 3, maybe 4 bites total.
Comes with a ring to the corresponding size. And so you're just going to use this ring to kind of, let me get it right there. And what you'll do is you'll pull this off, so nice and thin like that. You're going to drape it over the empanada maker, and then I kind of push it down, and then Heath will fill it.
Now I'm going to do a spoonful like this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure we're not going to overfill it, but this looks a little shy to me, so I'm going to add just a tad bit more.
Yeah, that's the important thing, y'all. You do not want to overfill, because when you overfill it, then that's when you're going to run into issues when you go to actually form the empanada.
So like right there looks about good. Kind of scared to pick this up and show y'all because I don't want to dump it. But that's about what it looks like when it's perfect.
Yes.
So then we just set it back down and we're just going to close it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like so.
Perfect.
I push it down. Now I was flipping it and doing it both sides, but I've noticed it doesn't really matter. The main thing is just enough pressure right here on this one side. Flip it back. And then you just peel the excess off and throw it in there.
But we're not going to get rid of that excess, y'all. We keep making. But show them how perfect that looks. Nice, perfect, crimped edges.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. the little thing, you can see it's already got a little details made onto it. So when it's done, it's crimped. I was telling her how we used to make we tried to make these before by hand without one of these little machines, and I would try and do it similar to how you would do like a pie crust, where you take your fork and kind of crimp it or whatever, make those little designs on there.
Right.
That did not work very well. It was very time consuming and very frustrating.
Yes.
This is so much easier. This little guy is so perfect.
And so again, just take like the excess and roll it out.
I got a couple pieces of vegetable here and sweep off into it.
And see, this works well if you have somebody to help you.
Yes.
So especially if you have kids, this is a great thing they can help with. I know I used to help my mother all the time with cooking.
That should be full then, right?
Yeah, that looks good.
Now, the key on this, I find, is not to overfill it, but if it's a little shy, if you're not completely full, that's still better than overfilling.
Yes. Exactly.
And you see, my excess is getting smaller and smaller too.
Uh-huh.
But they're still nice. And see how this one's a little more bulbous. It's a little more full, it seems like. Can I borrow your paper towel though?
Of course you
Got
may.
some stuff on this.
You borrow it, but I expect it back with interest.
Oh, I ain't interested.
Okay. Might only be able to do one more, y'all, but we'll see.
And then my trick too, whatever's left over of this one, we just throw it in there and have it kind of like breadsticks.
Right? Ooh.
Because it still eats, it's still flavorful.
I feel like I want to put this on top because it seems a little maybe too thin at this point. So let's just see. Right.
And that's what I love about this too, is that everything is a little bit, adjustable.
Right. Let's do that. But you don't want it too thin, or if it gets too thin, then
you'll just push right through it when you try to load it.
And then I go ahead on the air fryer, make sure that your basket is well oiled, because you don't want to end up.
Because we noticed when we've done these before, they will stick, and when I always use my spatula to pull them off, but there'll still be some remnants stuck to the basket.
Yeah.
So if we oil it first, we don't run into that problem.
All right, so I push that down.
See, I think we made just enough. See, that's gonna, it's a little much.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect right there.
Yeah. Now you can, again, do anything. I do add just a little bit of cheese.
I really wanted to make another batch of these, maybe the little guys, and do them with pizza. It'll be kind of like the little pizza pockets.
Right, that's true. Good. Yeah, the mini ones would probably be like a perfect pocket, right?
And then just dip it in some mozzarella. I mean, not mozzarella, some tomato sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that one's getting a little thin there on top. But this recipe then ended up making like 7 empanadas. Let me see if I can manage one more.
Or what I was wondering too. If that one's smaller than this machine, we can whip out the other one and make a little one.
Yeah.
You want me to go ahead and get it together?
Well, let me see here, because I
think we throw it on top to kind of test fit it.
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, we have 3 of them, so why not?
Right. Let's see. Ooh, it's really thin, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's really thin.
So yeah. And then when it says dishwasher safe, but I still put these in the top rack.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking we use the little one.
Oh, the smallest
one? The baby one. For that, what you have left over, you really think this, well, wait. No, that's the middle.
Oh, okay, the middle one then.
Yeah. But then we're going to need the ring too then, right?
No, I'm just going to rough. Let's see.
How daring.
Ooh, I know, right? Ooh, it might fall apart, but we'll see how it goes, y'all.
Fingers crossed, y'all.
All right.
Keep us in your prayers. And look, it's just under.
Let's see if I do like that. Let's see. Ooh, that still might be too much.
Yeah?
Well, I guess we'll see.
Well, we can
in.
load it and then look at it. And if it is too much, we just sweep it back into the bowl. Well, that looks pretty good. You get that last onion in there.
All right. I'm going to try
Good
y'all.
luck. Can't watch.
I know, right? Oh!
They blew it out?
It failed.
That's fine. That's why I said we should use the other one, the smaller one. Or all the pieces are crimping off. Can you use that to patch it?
I'm going to try. Ooh, I don't know, y'all.
You know what we do then? We just take it just like it is,
Mm-hmm.
throw it in a skillet, and throw it in the oven, and let it cook.
In a skillet?
Well, we throw it in the oven. That way if it falls out, it just goes in there.
Oh.
Then we don't waste nothing.
We're not going to waste. So I'm
We
going
got all this right here. She's doing some patching.
to patch this
Get
because
this out of the way so they can see.
I don't want to have to waste it.
Right.
It's going to be an ugly one. So
That's what I'm saying.
Won't make the photo, right? Won't
This is
be
where
a photo finish.
That's where you top it with some sauce. And
Right?
And then you knife and fork it. You dress it up that way. There's always ways of hiding it.
Well, we'll see how this goes. So we're going to put it in the oven at 400 for
Oven?
10. The air fryer.
I threw a curveball at her, y'all.
I know him all talking about the oven. But we're going to put these in a well-greased air fryer basket, and we'll probably spray the top too with a little bit of avocado oil as well. And we're going to put it in there for 410 minutes, but we'll flip halfway through.
And then we can call these hand-formed.
That's right.
Always church it up like that, right?
Yeah. Look, now it's like almost like a Jamaican patty.
Yeah, they're like
Right?
more rustic this way.
Rustic. That's the word. All right,
Authentic.
y'all. What?
Authentic.
Authentic?
Yes.
Oh, it's authentic. Nobody gonna be replicating this one.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, there we go.
All right. We're off to the air fryer, and we'll be right back. Look how good these turned out.
Now, a couple of tips, y'all. We didn't finish the recording as we were taking them out because you want to probably put down either a piece of foil or something in the air fryer. It depends on what type of basket you have. Just because this is still cheese dough. So, like ours is a very small weaved basket. So they kind of wanted to get under there. Whereas if you put it like a aluminum foil, then it's not going to try to sink in. So I think that would be my one tip with this.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, they look amazing.
Except for that one fell apart.
Right? Came out.
This one looks a little better.
Yeah. But
and
the
they're
top,
really, really hot.
yes. Okay, I'm going to first try it without my avocado.
That is so good, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Wow. The dough, you can definitely taste the taco seasoning in it. Mm-hmm. So I would say with the dough, whatever you're doing, like if you're making a pizza, Italian seasoning would be good mixed in it.
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing like this empanadas, our taco seasoning would be perfect. It tastes wonderful. With that, the dough is definitely a little crunchy on the outside and then that doughy feeling on the inside. And then the meat is like, even though we put it in there basically close to room temperature, now the meat is actually, you can't see it, but it's got a little steam coming out.
But speaking of clowns, I'm going to dot this with a little bit of my MCT hot sauce.
Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Perfectly hot. So we did a total of about 12 minutes altogether, y'all. But I think if you put the aluminum foil, it probably wouldn't take as long. But, oh yeah, this is like perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. So what did we get? 7?
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 mini?
Uh-huh.
And then the mini actually wasn't too bad. See, that one did well.
Mm-hmm.
That one did pretty good. This one's good. Some of the others stuck to it.
You see what we're talking about with the grid? See how this one's stuck? Let's see if I can get a little closer. You see how it's gridded? That's the bottom of our basket. Just the weight alone sitting in there gridded it off. But I actually like the way that looks. I was wishing there was a way we could replicate that, but make it easier to pull it off.
Right? So here's the little one we did. A little leftover.
Yeah.
That turned out pretty good.
Yeah. And I was telling her, it kind of reminds me, I want to do some breakfast style, like do the sausage patties. And it'd be kind of like the way Kolache Factory does theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd work out really good.
Mm.
I'm gonna go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to dip it into the guac.
And then see, I just took the little parts that kind of melted into it, and I pulled it off, and now it's like little crispy cheese or bread type dough. Uh-oh. See.
I tried to run away.
Yeah. And then here's the other one that's really good. And then over here, you know, just because I gotta have my fat, right? So I've got just some mayo and hot sauce mixed together. Put some of that on there.
That's so good.
It's so good. If you're interested in making either this package right here, it has a Chinese dumpling, pierogi, Jamaican beef patties, which this is kind of reminiscent of, and empanadas. So you do all those types, which I think it's cool that like every culture has come up with a way of getting dough and stuffing it, right? So you can make any of those, and that would work perfect. Or, you know, of course, empanadas. So let us know below. 1, what would you stuff it with? 2, what is your favorite type of stuffed dough? You know, what did we mostly do before keto on a stuffed dough? I think I really...
Pizza rolls.
Yeah, yours was pizza rolls. Mine was actually a soup dumpling.
I
won't try to. Yeah, I won't try to pronounce that in Chinese. But a soup dumpling was so good. But yeah, you couldn't really do that. You had to steam those. But and then I would say, what else was I gonna say about the the empanadas? Let us know if you plan on making them. Do you have an empanada maker, or do you typically do it by hand?
And what would you stuff them with?
Yeah, that was my first question.
Okay, my bad.
That's okay. He listens.
What?
I
Your phone
hope
was breaking up. I'm sorry.
I'm going to rewind and be like, see, right there. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed
I couldn't
this.
hear you over the crunch.
I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did. Please give us a like on the video. That really helps our channel. Make sure you're subscribed, because who knows what craziness we'll come up with next. And then it's his line, and he took a big old bite. Did you see that?
Every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we'll go live for the Friday night feast. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, maybe a couple empanadas. Show you all how we do it, then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. You can listen to her laughing at me, tell me how silly I am. We hope y'all can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.
And stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank you all again for your continued support.